Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on IOVE, Italian Oven Incorporated. The last time I did this chart, or this video on the chart, this is what the chart looked like. So as we can see, when I did it, we had this big volume bar, and the price reaction was great. And what I mapped out there was these support levels. I haven't touched any of these lines. You can go back and watch the old video and see when I drew these. But each one of these played a role. And it was one of those things where nice move, but if it pulls back, these support levels need to hold. And let's just go through. So the next day pulled back, and you can see it did hit this support level, fell a little bit below it, but was still plenty ways above these ones. The next day, same thing, hovered right around here. So for chart players and so forth out there, and I know because I've spoken to a few of them, there are some people down in this area accumulating. I also spoke to some, and this is part of the game, who are waiting down here at 0.006 and just they never got in. And you know what, that's happened sometimes. They stayed disciplined, so I give them credit for that. But the price just never quite pulled back enough for them, so they didn't get in. But you know what? In the long scope of things, or in the long picture, they'll be in this game a long time with being disciplined like that. They didn't want to chase, so be it. But then yesterday, had a nice little day. I was thinking about doing a video, but seeing the volume, it just wasn't quite there. So wanted to give it another day, and then today things really came to life. Gapped up, made a nice run. Did have some profit taking here, as you can see, but overall great day. And then I got what I was looking for in terms of volume. You can see, not nothing like that, but it was clearly bigger volume than these previous 3 days here, and that's what you want to see, higher, above average volume on big push days up like this. So overall, a great looking day, and the chart now needs to be updated, and that's what this video chart is going to be. So congratulations once again to the people that were accumulating down on this pullback to the support, and to the people that missed out down here. There's always a next play out there. So the first thing that needs to be updated is this resistance level has been shattered and closed above, so it now becomes support, and this is one of our newest supports on the chart. And what I need to do really is try to figure out, okay, I got quite a few questions answered there by doing that. The next support is going to be basically the high of this, so if anything we can make it a little support zone. This high was at 0.0108, so between these two we can just call it a support zone. As far as resistance levels go, when I pulled that back, I saw there's no history out there in terms of having previous highs, so we are officially in a blue sky breakout territory. We do have this resistance, which was formed today, but if you get above this, you're once again back in blue sky breakout territory. This was actually a great example of what blue skies can be like. Gapped up, and then it just ran very nicely, just because there wasn't any previous resistance. Looking all the way back there. But on the same side, or on the on the kind of the downside, people really probably weren't real sure where they should start taking profit. So it's kind of like you have to use your gut instincts, and that's where the bears decided to step in. But the upside to blue sky breakouts are much better than the downside. So with that, this is pretty much the only resistance I can point out, because there's nothing other. Looking back again, you can see there's just nothing over here for previous highs. So blue sky breakout territory again once you get through 0.017. But overall, good day. Congratulations to everybody that either held through this or accumulated or hopped in. You've made some nice money there, and hopefully it'll continue. But on any sort of pullback, you ideally want to see these two levels hold as support, and if they don't, then what I'm going to do is make this one thicker, because this becomes a pretty important support level now in a more of a drastic pullback situation. So that is where the chart currently stands. Once again, congrats to everybody. If you have any other questions on it, please let me know. I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the emailer, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews, and then with your subscription you'll get educational pieces, trade ideas, chart setups, all sorts of things, from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, and it's all free, no strings attached. So it's worth at least checking out. We've been making our members some good money with our ideas and chart setups. So it's one of those things where you learn, you get to make money, but it doesn't cost you anything. So it's a pretty good combination. So come check it out. One more time, this was Italian Oven Incorporated. Thanks for listening.